Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Cupcake Smasher here, bringing you another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my base. It has been going great, and I think it's finally time to say it is a good base. I always want to test them for a very long time, and you know what? This one does make the cut, but first I am going to actually clear out most of my Halloween cauldrons, because they're just in the way. Couple more going, and then I'm going to be getting right into this base. Here we go, guys, and this is definitely one of the longest builds I've ever taken, and this one I considered everything while I was putting it. Well, every time I put something down, I had to think about why. And obviously going for the town hall on the side on this one, that is the best way to do it for snipers. Just let them have it on the side. Just give them a freebie. More specifically, though, some snipers do actually prefer town halls on the sides as opposed to on the top or bottom. That way they can more easily see their troops, not going to have the dock or the timer in the way. But here we go, guys. I'm starting to put down the walls now. And one thing I should note about these is they are very circular. Normally I do square bases, and normally I do white flag bases. This is neither, actually. This is going to be a circle. And when I do say white flag base, guys, I mean 50% or more of the buildings on the outside. That's normally in the form of collectors, barracks, the army camps, the builders' huts. And I didn't do that so much this time just because I had a larger area inside the base. But the reason I normally go with a white flag style is the traps are so much harder to figure out. Very, just an abundance of space inside the base. And it is just ridiculous, some of the ones I've made. This one, though, still not sacrificing that trap space. Quite a few buildings on the outside, but those defenses are there. That is the big difference. The defenses and these outside buildings are right there, and actually having more buildings inside the walls anyway. And also, though, the circle's a little bit more preferable in this case because I'm not dividing it up into sections. I'm making it so troops that enter this first ring you're seeing now are going to tend to want to circle around the ring and instead of going in. So if the attacker doesn't bring any wall breakers or jump spells, or even a quad quake, I guess, they're going to have a very difficult time getting their troops to go into the center. They're just going to tend to go around. These defenses are close enough where giants or golems would split off. They're not going to go into the center and try to fight a wall. But here we go, continue on. Point defense is mostly on the outside, but look at this. Every couple of buildings, I have a giant, a giant bomb spot ready to go. I mean, that is just so good. The attacker won't be able to figure it out. They'll have to choose between Teslas and giant bombs, and that is always a really tough decision to make when there are so many spots. Now, you can see just a little while ago, I did do an archer tower and a cannon next to each other. With the cannon outside the walls, always put the archer towers further inside the walls than the cannons. That is just by far the more preferable way to go. And also, that I did because they were lower level defenses and I thought they needed the help. So if you guys do have lower level defenses, make sure to use those in that way. The base is set up for it already, and that is good. Now, just wrapping up with the first ring, let me explain some of the traps. Got those two little bombs next to each other in the center by the elixir collector. You're seeing another one right there. The reason for that is troops are going to be very likely to trip both of those bombs when walking by. They're not going to go one or the other, and they're just very well placed. Spring traps, same deal. They're right in the center on that cannon you're seeing. That is just so the troops are the most likely to hit it, and that is just why I always do that. Always got to focus on that. Always got to make it happen. Continue on, look at this. My army camp's barely fitting on all the sides. Just barely got it. And using these buildings that are really worthless, the collectors, builders' huts, army camps, barracks, those buildings really shouldn't be a pain to put on the outside because they're not really worth anything to you. The collectors, only if you're going to be gone overnight would you even be worried about putting inside your base. I do have some of them in right now, but really, they should be empty most of the time. Now I'm starting on the second ring, though. Always putting those wizard towers next to the mortars, cover up those dead zones, and then also putting the wizard tower next to the collector, or the storage, sorry, and also the air defense next to him. The one thing I would like to note, though, on that, those wizard towers and air defenses actually do not overlap. Those wizard towers don't reach the air defenses, and that's good because if they're using a lava hound army or anything concerning a lava hound, they're going to be a lot less powerful in this because the wizard towers won't be distracted by a lava hound and they're more likely to target balloons. Now on to the core of the base, guys, and this is my favorite element. Oh my gosh, love how this is. So first of all, it's going to be an air nightmare. So many air traps reserved for this core. They're going to have to tank all the way here just to be bombarded by the traps. And finishing off with the Dark Elixir surrounded by skeleton traps. Getting in the final spring traps, the Builder's Hut, and the white flag. Okay guys, here we go. We're returning to home, and let me actually show you this. So these expos, I forgot to show you, these should be on ground. But let me explain why I did what I did in the core. This expo is the only one I have on grounded air. Normally this is my favorite setting, but I decided to go against that this time because just covering the entire base with the ground expos was really important to me. That ground attacks were really what I was worried about just because the air defenses had so much done for them and also so many traps in the center. And then on this side, I wasn't as worried because I did have these Inferno Towers set to multi-shot. They're going to mow down the troops. Not going to be really worried about it. Also have those skeleton traps. And also having the heroes in the core as well just to help down or help take down units. They're gonna pull units in towards them. Then those high tier defenses are gonna knock them down. Expos, Inferno Tower, all that just gonna work really well. So guys, hopefully you did enjoy this new Dark Elixir base, and really it has worked so well. I haven't had a single attacker break into this second ring of my base. The only Dark Elixir they have stolen is from collectors I hadn't collected from. So it is really, really, really working out well. Hopefully you enjoy. Comment below if you use it. Tell me how it is. What did I miss? Like, is there a certain flaw where you're going to be like, if I find you, you're losing it all? But guys, like up the video if you did enjoy. Like it if you're going to use the base. Hit the subscribe button for more. And until then, this has been Cupcake Smasher bringing you another video.